This is Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening, and welcome to this week's edition of the West Report. I'm Charles Hale.
And I'm Elliot Karetny. Previews for West Spring Musical Can-Can will be held this Friday. The cast will present scenes from the play to freshmen and juniors during first period, while sophomores and seniors will preview the play during second period. For the first time in West shows, 8th graders from Carusi Junior High School will watch previews during third period. Speaking of Can-Can, Andy Katz will continue his series about the production of the show. This week he had a chance to speak to Mr. Rabick, the instrumental music director of the show.
Mr. Rabick, what type of music is used in Can-Can?
The music is written by Cole Porter, who was a composer of the 1950s. It's a very difficult piece of music to play, especially the middle section, where Cole Porter borrowed some music by Camille Saint-Saëns called The Carnival of the Animals. I don't believe that Cole Porter had intended for high school students to play this. It's a very difficult piece, but our students are doing a fine job.
And how many people are in the pit this year?
There are 35 members of the pit. All of them belong to the West Orchestra and Symphonic Band.
And who outside of West is helping us with the pit?
We have a former member of the West High School, Brian Christie, is playing bass. A substitute teacher in the district, Brian Weinstein, is playing guitar. We have two members of the Curtis Institute Orchestra, Don Hughes and Paul Osmond.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rabick, and best of luck for you with the musical Can-Can.
Thank you.
This is Andy Katz for the West Report.
With the fourth marking period beginning tomorrow, students are starting to think about the end of the school year. One thing to look forward to at the end of the school year is the yearbook. On Monday, I had a chance to speak to the yearbook's advisor, Mrs. Lapido Johnson, about its progress. How is this yearbook coming along?
Well, this year's yearbook is finished. I think what will surprise most students who don't work on the yearbook is that the yearbook is finished by the end of February.
Is there anything new in this year's yearbook?
There's always something new. I think what will be the most dramatic new thing will be the cover, starting right from the cover, which is totally different from anything we've ever done before. And we have some new features also this year.
Were there any problems thus far in this year's yearbook?
Oh, no, none that I want to talk about. No, there are never any problems with the yearbook. Everything just always goes smoothly.
Is the yearbook still being sold?
Oh, sure. We don't have many left, so if you haven't gotten your copy, I would urge you to get one. But there are some left, yeah. There's still some seniors who haven't gotten them.
How much is the yearbook?
The yearbook right now is $43.
How is the yearbook sale going? Like, are a lot of people buying them?
Yeah, the sale usually goes really well in the beginning when we have the discount coupons, and it slows down a little bit. But as the end of the year approaches, and especially seniors realize that they're graduating, then they rush to get them. And there are always some people who are disappointed who don't get them because we run out.
Thank you very much. Well, Jen, is the spring sports season underway?
It sure is. Yesterday, most of our teams opened up. This week, we conclude our series of previews of West Spring sports teams. Things are looking great for the golf and lacrosse teams. West lacrosse team, last year's Mohawk Division champs, are now entering the Sioux Division. Captains are Jennifer Dorenzo, who made All-South Jersey last year, Beth Dorenzo, and Sandy Duda. Also returning are Michelle Bianco, who's been the leading scorer for 2 years, and goalie Tina Patterson. Tough competition this year will come from Morristown, Lenape, and East. The golf team is also looking toward a great season compared to their 3-12 record last year. Coach Page stated that out of 5 returning players, most outstanding are senior Pat Craven, junior Doug Ergood, and sophomore Scott Chambers. Toughest competition will be Washington Township and Cherry Hill East. The golf team started their season yesterday, and we'll have the results of this match and the spring sports openers on next week's West Report. Good luck to all our spring sports teams.
Now here's Drew Hannes with this week's edition of What's Hip.
Hi, I'm Drew Hannes, and I'm here to tell you what's hip. The Talking Heads have released a new album, Naked, and it's hip. It's their latest release since True Stories, a film written by David Byrne. The album can be summed up in 3 words: colorful, bright, and superb. Although it isn't the best work ever, it's quality work from the 4 heads. Guest performer Johnny Marr, ex-Smiths guitarist, appears on a few tracks, like Totally Nude. Other good tracks include The Democratic Circus, Mommy, Daddy, You and I. The first single release is Nothing But Flowers. They aren't planning a tour to support their album, but lead singer David Byrne is writing another movie, while guitarist Jerry Harrison is hitting the road with his new band, Casual Gods. The album is hip, and so is the album cover. So far, it's the best in '88. I recommend this album, and it's hip. I'll see you next time on What's Hip.
Next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all freshmen who attend West will be taking the HSPT, which is a standardized test administered by the New Jersey Department of Education. Sophomores, juniors, and seniors are not required to take this test, so don't forget to adjust your schedules on these days. Thank you for watching the West Report. Please join us next week at the same time. Good night.
Good night.
outside. Can you believe it?
It's still light out.
Yes, and this is the first Daylight Savings Time edition of EastCast. I'm your host, Lauren Brandt, here with Marcy Shapiro to bring you the news of Cherry Hill East. Some pronounce it cum laude, others say cum laude, and the real scholars call it cum laude. What I am referring to is the Academic Honor Society at East, which I pronounce as the Cum Laude Society. Auditions to East Chapter will be held on Thursday evening, April 7th at 8 o'clock p.m. in the auditorium. Who is going to be inducted into this organization? The 108 seniors who make up the top 15% of their class, the 35 juniors who make up the top 5% of their class, and also an honorary membership will be given to Dr. Philip S. Brandt, Superintendent of Cherry Hill Public Schools. This year's chapter has been led by Mr. Mark Pinzer, the advisor, and the officers David Gordon, Monica Vasquez, and Miriam Zabel. Everyone is welcome to attend this honorary ceremony on Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. For the 10th year in a row, there will be an international banquet. All the language clubs will be getting together on April 13th to share ideas and cultural information in an enjoyable manner. This year, there will be a very special treat at the banquet. Both German and French exchange students will be joining in the fun. Aquí es Jason Pacman hablando con dos de los oficiales del Club Español, Swati Nambori y Jen Friedman.
Swati, what is the banquet?
The International Banquet is an activity that's been here for several years. This year it's on April 13th it's a Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. And it's a banquet where all the language clubs get together and there's food, there's entertainment, and it's basically an opportunity to show a little bit of the culture that each of the clubs discuss and are part of.
Jen, which advisors have assisted the clubs to organize this event?
I really can't speak for the other clubs, but Mr. Burgess and Mrs. Eck have helped the Spanish club throughout the whole time we've been planning this.
Who's preparing the foods and what delicacies can we expect?
Basically, the members of each of the clubs make the food, an appetizer, a main dish, a dessert. Basically, like the Spanish club will make Spanish food, the French club will make French food, so there'll be an assortment of all different types of foods.
Jen, do you know what the other clubs are planning?
I know the French club's having the magical sing, but I don't know what the other clubs are planning. I'm assuming it'll be something to do with the language that they are studying. I don't know what, though.
One last question. Who is invited?
Basically, anyone who wants to attend, the foreign exchange students will be there, and their families, the host families, and, all the members who are going to bring food. I mean, it's basically anyone who is interested in helping are welcome to attend.
Thank you. When is this?
April 13th.
And this has been Jason Packman from EastCast.
The annual variety show is being held on the 22nd of this month. With acts ranging from song to dance to magic, it's bound to be great. All the former Student Congress officers...
Hey, isn't that you, Mars?
Yeah, Laura, it is. And all the new Student Congress officers... Hey, isn't that you, Laura?
Yeah, Mars, it is.
They'll be emceeing, and they'll be decked out in tuxes donated by Smalls Formal Wear on Route 70. All the proceeds from the variety show go to the Student Congress Charity Fund. So come on out to the variety show. What have you got to lose? Hey, freshmen, get ready to get down. It's less than 2 weeks until the freshman dance. On April 16th, the Frosh Morp, that's prom spelled backwards, will be held. Chairman Debbie Copperman and Tamara Rudau are anxiously awaiting this special evening.
Last Saturday, the curtain fell on one of East's most successful productions, Oliver. But the thespians are already at it again with what looks to be another promising night. It is the annual one-act play competition, which will be held on Saturday, May 7th. On this evening, each class will present a 30-minute one-act play that is entirely student-produced. Immediately after the performances, awards and scholarships will be given to the most deserving students. This process began last week when Mr. Nation chose a director, stage manager, and technical director for each class. The staffs then selected a play and held auditions for the parts. The plays chosen were Please No Flowers, Inherit the Wind, Death, and Flattering Word. The 4 directors are Dan Traster, Jason Rossman, David Weiner, and Brad Holonicki. The stage managers are Rebecca Traster, Linda Mowdy, Amy Dribbin, and Chrysalis Banis. And the technical directors are Tony Ardito, Rick Picala, Brandon Kaufman, and Mark Slakowski. Good luck to all 4 classes, and we're looking forward to seeing some great performances on May 7th. This week on EastCast, we have the third in a series of 3 interviews with members of the humanities class on their recent trip to Washington, D.C. So here's Michelle Darnell with Karen Kamowitz and Lisa Duvall discussing their impressions of the humanities trip.
Which embassies did you guys go to?
I went to the Chinese embassy.
And how about you, Lisa?
Oh, both of us went to Chinese embassy.
And what was your response like there? Were they very open to your questions?
They were very open. I really learned a lot about Chinese art. I learned a lot about how the Chinese lived, and at the end they had a question and answer period. I got to ask them questions about what I've always wondered about China, and it was really educational.
Now, everyone so far has mentioned that they talked about the Chinese art, but did they go into their politics or anything dealing with their culture or their society?
They didn't really go into too much. They went into a little bit of history, which they kind of incorporated the art into, but it was mostly the questions we had and about the art.
Okay, and what else did you do while you were on the trip in Washington? Did you see any of the sites, or did you go anywhere?
Yeah, we went and we visited the Smithsonian. We went to the Museum of Air and Space, and we went to the Art Museum, and just walked around. It was really a fun time.
And did you do basically the same things, Lisa?
Yeah, I went to the National Gallery, and we went to the Freer Gallery, which had a lot of stuff we studied with India and a lot of Oriental art, and it was really pretty beneficial.
So overall, you enjoyed the trip and thought it was pretty worthwhile?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, once again, this has been Michelle Darnell for EastCast.
SAD, Students Against Drunk Driving, is busy campaigning against the dangers of driving while intoxicated. Its prom committee is working hard at coming up with ideas to remind students not to drive drunk on such a special evening, while the other committees are getting ready for a special guest. On April 26th, Steve Booth, who had spoken at East a few months ago during the SAD regional meeting, will be speaking to all of the students here about the dangerous consequences of driving while intoxicated. He himself had been paralyzed in a drunk driving accident, and what he has to say to East students is very effective at helping them fully realize how dangerous drunk driving is. On earlier shows, we spoke to you about a new and exciting group at East called Project Life. This organization works with the Emmanuel Cancer Foundation to help families in New Jersey who have children with cancer by giving money, gifts, and family support. In the past few weeks, students have been traveling through nearby homes to deliver food and offer their services to those in need. Sandy Gallman, one of the chairmen, states, "It's the best feeling to know that I am helping the families to get their minds off their tragedy." If you are interested in visiting families and giving your services, contact Sandy Gallman, Rebecca Newlander, or Allie Fine. Also, the fundraisers have been working hard and have decided upon their next event, a penny race. The dates have not yet been set, but the activity involves a competition between classes to see who can raise the most money in a 2-week period. To help out on this event, contact Rob Spitz, Randy Strasberg, Gretchen D'Angelo, or Allison Bell. East School Store has just what you need: school supplies, jackets, sweats, and shirts. Dara Les spoke with Mr. Chuck Martine about the hours and staff of the school store.
Good evening. I would like to introduce Mr. Martine, who teaches the marketing education classes here at East. He is also in charge of the school store. How long has there been a school store, Mr. Martine?
Approximately 16 years.
And how did the store get started?
Well, the store serves as a retail lab for the marketing education students. So since the inception of the marketing ed program, we've had a school store.
What sort of items do you sell here?
Well, you can see we carry sweatshirts and sweaters, but our main selling item is candy. And students seem to enjoy the candy.
The proceeds you get from the money you make, where do they go to? What organizations?
Well, our profits are very minimal, but the money we do make is used for our banquet at the end of the year, our employee-employer banquet, where the students will invite their employers from their co-op workstation to dinner as a way of showing thanks for employing them during the year.
What time is the store open during the day, and who are the students who work here?
Well, the store is open before school. It is opening all during the marketing education classes, periods 3, 4, and 5, and is also open in the afternoon, 7th and 8th period.
What kinds of business tactics are demonstrated here that you teach the students to learn about?
Well, again, we use the store as a retail lab, so obviously our selling techniques, the students get a chance to take inventory, order merchandise. The students have a chance to create displays. Unfortunately, we are a little limited here with this facility.
Can an interested individual work at the school store without being enrolled in a marketing education class?
Well, we are always looking for volunteers to work in the store. Fortunately, right now, the store is manned strictly by marketing education students. But if a student was interested in working in the store, we could arrange that.
Okay, so they'd just come down and talk to you if someone would be interested?
Correct, right.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming down and talking with us today. And the next time you walk by Cafeteria 2, make sure to stop in the school store. This has been Dara Lesk.
Spring is in the air, and the marching band members are among the first to celebrate it. On April 24th, they will lead the Cherry Blossom Parade down Chapel Avenue to announce their happiness. This parade has been a popular tradition at East, so come out and see it on April 24th. Last week, we interviewed one of the DECA state winners, Jason Pastuche. Tonight, we are pleased to speak with another first-place DECA winner. Here's Daffodil Tominski with senior Janet Greenberg.
I know you recently placed first in the state in competition. Can you tell us about the competition and about your award?
Okay, well, my award was in apparel and accessories supervisory level, which is like the manager of retail. And what they do is they give you a written test the night before, and then you have 2 role-playing events where they put you in a situation with a judge, and one-on-one you talk about how you would handle the situation, and you kind of act it out, and then they evaluate you, and then they place you in an order. And that's how it works.
Oh, I'm glad you got first.
Thank you.
What are your plans for the future?
Well, I'm going on to college. I'm not sure which yet. It'll either be the University of Maryland or the University of Delaware, but it's definitely going to be in a degree in fashion merchandising, and I plan to move on to go into buying and eventually have my own store someday. Cross your fingers.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Good luck in your future pursuits. This has been Daffodil Tominski for EastCast.
Be sure to watch this month's edition of Eastview with co-hosts Valerie Garfield and Andrea Weinberg. This month's show will feature a special segment on the Oscar Awards, as well as a review of the new TV series, The Wonder Years, and a review of a movie that probably won't make it to next year's Oscars. Featured reporters are Daffodil Cheminsky, Michelle Darnell, and Elizabeth Eastwood. Well, Lauren, sadly enough, I think it's time to bid farewell to our viewing audience. It's certainly been a pleasure reporting the news to all of you this evening. For written transcripts of tonight's show, write to Cherry Hill East, care of Peggy Beck. A special thank you to Jeff Kahn and Mr. Gordon Hampson. Come here, Gordy.
Come on.
Come on, show your face,
Come
Gordy.
on.
Come on. Well, Gordy's a little camera shy. So, for Lauren Brandt, I'm Marcy Shapiro saying, so long,
Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen, good night. And it's staying because we're not taping again. Oh, wait, Lauren, we almost forgot about Ophelia. Here, Ophelia voices her vote for the Oscars. Good night, Ophelia. Arf!
Good evening. I'm Catherine Smith, and this is Carusi News. Well, everything has gotten back into the swing of things after our 4-day spring break. I hope everyone had a really good time. Speaking of spring, our spring sports, such as track, girls softball, and boys baseball, are getting ready for the season ahead. Now here's Aviva Kushner to bring us up to date with the month of April. Aviva?
As the saying goes, April showers bring May flowers, but even a little sprinkle couldn't dampen the beginning of this month. We started with a whole load of holidays. Not only did we have Fool's Day on April 1st, a holiday for all America's fools, but we also had the Christian holiday of Good Friday and the beginning of the Jewish holiday of Passover. This was followed by another Christian holiday, one of the biggest ones, Easter. And on the 9th of April, the Jewish holiday of Passover ends. And April 15th could be doomsday for all you parents because that's the day taxes are due. There are only 2 states admitted to the Union in this month of April, Maryland in 1788 and Louisiana in 1812. But this month we have something special. We have 3 birthdays this month. We start off with David Back's birthday, who is a member of our crew. And then on the 10th, we have Larry Melson's birthday. And in the middle of this month, we have Thomas Jefferson's birthday, the 3rd president of the United States. So happy birthday, Tom, Dave, and Laurie. So those are the 30 days of April. Hope all your forsythias, dogwoods, and flowering pear trees are in bloom. And keep dry.
Thank you, Aviva. This year, instead of trying to fit 5 days of Spirit Week into one special half-hour show, we've decided to show you a little bit of what happened during that very exciting week each week. Remember, that special is scheduled for April 27th at 7:30 p.m. Tonight's portion of Spirit Week deals with Monday, March 14th, even though Spirit Week actually kicked off on Sunday, March 13th, with the skating party at the Cherry Hill skating rink. Monday morning, things started happening here at school. The competition between the 7th and the 8th grade began with both grades involved in 3 popular TV game shows. The first was Carusi Pyramid.
Ready, go.
French fries, fast food.
McDonald's.
Wide, open.
Hallway. What do you mean, Macy's, Kmart?
Clothes store.
And as you can see, the students really got into it.
Shoes, basketball.
Kenny, Foot Locker, Athlete's Foot. College Brothers. Oh, come on. Radio Shack. Done.
And then on to Jeopardy. Let's listen in.
Okay, Cheryl Tiggs made her name when she made the cover of its swimsuit issue.
Yo!
Okay,
I
let's
did
move her over here first.
Sports Illustrated.
4 more questions.
What is Sports
Oh my God! Okay, here we go. The world's largest scientific society prints this photo-filled magazine.
Yo! What is National Geographic?
You got it.
Magazines for $200.
Okay, magazines for $200. The Rock Bible that prints all the news that fits.
What is Rolling Stone?
You got it.
And here we are in Family Feud.
Name the sunniest month.
8th grade.
July 52.
Wait a minute.
That's the top answer.
Good job,
June.
June 9. August 30.
Oh no.
May 3. April 2. Come on. September 4.
8th grade 1. 2. Okay, next 2. My turn. Come on, Amy.
Okay, guys. Name America's favorite vacation state.
8th grade.
8th grade. Florida 44. Top answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
Play, okay. California 26. Hawaii 20.
Bahamas.
No.
Hey, what about New Jersey? By the way, Carusi, Pyramid, Jeopardy, and Family Feud were all won by the 8th grade. The front lobby display case held a treasure where the students had to determine how many pieces of 8 were left on a tropical island by an abandoned ship. Also on Monday, students were working diligently to get the decorations ready for the cake decorating contest in the cafeteria on Tuesday morning. We'll show you that part of the competition next week, along with the 3rd place winners in the lip sync. But for now, here's the 4th place winner of the lip sync competition. The Naughty Girls. Before we close, let me explain something. We were not able to show that entire number because their lead singer, Felicia Weinstein, collapsed and had to be taken to the hospital, where it was diagnosed that she had suffered a torn ligament in her hip. But we have to give the group a lot of credit because, as you saw, they had enough professional know-how to continue their routine. Well, that's our show for tonight. On behalf of the entire Carusi News team, I'm Catherine Smith saying good night and join us next week.
This is Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.